Hi Virgo, happy September. Thank you guys for your patience. Okay, I started out, I'm sorry, Libra, and that's exactly my point. Libra, this is your reading, Libra. I apologize for that. I was starting out to do Virgo, and then I was going to do Libra, but then I got like this kick in my shoulder. So I had to do your reading, and that was why, because I was meant to do yours first. In no uncertain terms. So I want to say this, for some of you, this reading is going to be all over the place, okay? Because keep in mind, the readings that I give are a little bit more intense and a little bit different because I have people all over the world. My clients are all over the world. So I have clients in Venezuela. I have clients that are migrating. I have clients that have no homes. I have clients that live in countries that are fleeing to other countries. So the readings that I give, I'm picking up on all of that energy, right? And I think that yours kind of drops anchor with a lot of that stuff too. So you're just going to have to bear with me. Pick out from this reading what works for you. Don't make fit what doesn't. Go check out your other readings, okay? This is a pretty intense reading, and given that I was pushed to do it first, I want to say this. For some of you, I feel that you are, and I use the word imprisoned because some of you may be going to prison, some of you may be in prison, some of you may have lost hope on things. Others of you, you're in that state that I'm referencing. You're migrating. You have no home. There's nowhere to fit in, and it's the stuff you kind of maybe don't see on TV. But what I'm feeling here is a real sense of disconnect, lost hope, real despair. I think I use the word imprisonment, like I say, but that's not it. I feel, maybe some of you are, but some of you are just within confines that you can't get out of. That's what I'm feeling for that. Okay. And I know that that's the energy that I'm picking up too. But for others of you that aren't in that scenario, and for some of you that are, I know that if you're tuning into this and you're asking questions and you're looking for a yes or no answer to something, it's a double yes. Okay, it's a double yes answer. So whatever that is to you, that's what's coming up too. Okay, now I'm going to do your reading a little bit different than I did the other ones because I'm a little bit late here. I'm trying to keep up my energy. I'm trying to get everybody's readings out for this month, but I'm still dealing with health issues. So I'm trying to pace myself and do all of this too. But it's critical. Okay, your overall energy here coming in is the Temperance card, okay? It's a little bit different looking in this deck, but the overall theme to your reading is patience, okay? Self-control, harmony, good influence. Now, I feel that good influence can be in a relationship with another person. I feel that relationships come back around here. I feel strongly that people are reconnecting. I feel strongly also that there is a woman in here and she's bored to tears. I think she listens, but she's not really entertained at all. And I can't really say that it's someone who's either in a situation where you're listening to everyone's problem or problems, but you're not progressing forward in some regard. And it's funny because one of the cards that we've got here is I'll go through those cards too, but I just feel for some of you, you've got a great imagination. Pull that forward, right? Do something with it. For others of you, I think that if you're thinking, my gosh, I'm in one of these countries, right, where nothing is progressing for me. I live in a third world country. I live in a country where there's no financial stability whatsoever. There's something will show up for you tangibly. You will be able to pull your life forward with this. It shows up. You have a skill that you're either ahead of your time or it's not able to be utilized where you're currently at, but this pulls forward and it shows up and it's successful in a time that it's meant to be. And I'll go over your exact message with that. That came in very, very strong too. It's about, and when I say someone in here, is going to marry someone older or someone of higher or greater financial means. I'm not talking in a superficial level. I'm talking about we're better together than apart. We can do more together than apart. There's nothing insignificant or manipulative about this feeling. This message that I got, there was nothing significant about that. So if you're thinking, you know, I'm not married, I have no, you know, I'm just not, my life is in a place where I'm not real happy with, there's a timing issue here. So that's why I think I'm getting from Temperance to just be patient. I normally don't get that from Temperance. I'm always the one to tell you, stay in the middle lane, you know, don't let that pendulum swing. And I'm still an advocate of that for sure. But this is more about just take a deep breath and be patient, because something's coming for you. I think I've got a slew of different messages. They're not going to fit for everyone. Okay. So there's someone coming in here for you. I don't think you know who they are yet. Right? But I think they're a very good influence on you. Do I think that they're older? It can be, it might, I can't do that, but I can feel energy and there's more experience. There's a heavier, it's a good balance. So it doesn't matter if the ages are off, your souls are connecting in a balanced way. So know that, okay? And it's not the twin flame thing you guys go for. I would feel that, because that would feel like a hot hurricane to me. This is like a quiet resolve, like hallelujah, I can breathe here. It's like it's a fusion. It's a fusion, because I just saw like a spinal, it's in a good way, no pain involved, minus whoever just gave that to my shoulder. But there's an adjustment here. It's a successful, culmination, combination, plethora of I have this and you have this and we can do this together. So it's that kind of relationship, right? All right. Now, what I also did was, because I made you guys wait, I wanted to do something a little bit different. These are the themes. Okay. We've got the dog and we've got the flowers. Okay. But if you pull up here, that's also these are cards that speak of loyalty, friendship, bonding, time, lasting time. There's something here where someone feels like they're running out of time. You're not running out of time. You have time here. There's someone, it speaks about harmony. It speaks about beauty, true beauty. And I reference true beauty because there's someone here who is, I don't want to say vain. I think you may just have not figured out yet or really dropped anchor on that it really comes from within. When we stop trying to be everything for everyone, do everything for everyone, when our life isn't about everyone, we stop trying to balance everything and we get our show on the road there. So it's telling you that you're doing things maybe backwards. You're trying to keep the smile on, is where I think they're going with that. Everything on the outside appears to be, you're everything for everyone. You always have the smile. You're always the welcoming face. On the inside, you're thinking, oh my gosh, where the hell am I in this equation? I can put on a good face, but I'm dying on the inside. It's that kind of deal. So that your life turns around here for that. But that's what I get for that. There's wisdom, and purity here. I don't know what that means exactly, but for someone, I don't feel this is an age thing. I think this is someone's finally getting it. Like they're finally, after everything they may have been through in their life, they're finally settling into a place that fits, that feels like home. You know what I mean? And it's not through this for this person, this for this person. It's like you see who you are on the inside. You're able to bridge that. Someone is too, they're searching for an opening here. Okay. I think there's a lot of confusion on the surface, which is causing someone to feel lost on the inside. Some of you've got things here that you're being reminded to not forget your intellect, not forget what you've got materially wise. You may be sitting on a gold mine here and not even realize it. I have clients in countries, right, that their countries are rich in these amazing things, but they take them for granted, right? Like they don't realize it's a plethora of amazing things. The Americas, I feel, personal opinion, is filled with a lot of nothingness. Like it's filled with a lot of nonsense, right? But these other countries have things that have history, and they have, They're sustainable things. They're steeped in history. They'll outlive us all, and they're sitting right under everyone's nose, and nobody's cashing in on it, right? So that's what I'm thinking has something to do there, because what I keep getting is like someone is counting their beans, like they're counting literally, like I see brown beans in a jar. So I know this is all over the place. Okay. For others of you, I feel like you are, these two cards speak of it too. They speak of loyalty, wisdom, people, success, prosperity. For some of you too, I feel that you get anchored in the second part of your life. And I don't mean age-wise. I mean maturity, like taking responsibility for things. And really, like I say, I think that that's probably why I'm being shown like real timeless pieces, like copper and like minerals, like that are I think that these things come to light when they're most needed. Someone is really doing something here that I think is ahead of their time. I think they don't even realize it yet. So you may not realize here, like, why do I always only get, to the 11th hour and then everything falls apart? You're meant for bigger things, and it'll open up when the door opens for you, and there's a sustainability here. For others of you, you're just lazy asses. You need to get up and get moving. And that was a strong, you're sitting on something here. You're wasting your intellect here. You need to stop relying on other people and get up and do these things yourself. That was a strong message, but I know it's for someone. And it's for someone that is like, you're too bright for your own good. So start putting that into use. And sometimes when you've got someone who's really, really intellectual, and they can't be in a place that's mundane. You absolutely can't have a 9-to-5 job when you have this much. I feel like a jolt in the ass, like the thing in my back. Not that that's a jolt in my ass, but I feel like it's like someone is getting poked here, but you're getting poked because you need to be, you're ahead, you need to get going. You're wasting your time like in a pond when you should be in the ocean. So move your ass, okay? There's that. Again, for some of you, it's not that you're wasting time. It's not that time is slipping you by. It's that there's a mismatch in time. Well, so your time is coming here, and it shows up when it's most needed, okay? Your prosperity, your success here, you achieve this in the second part of your life, but that's not meaning you need to be old in years. This is like someone taking responsibility. Like I say, someone is sitting on a gold mine, and I know it sits in here, and it's not Mercury mine. It's like Uranus is the higher octave of Mercury. So it's like aha, I get it. Now I'm going to do this. Get there. You won't get there when there's brain fog. So you need to keep those, what is that? A body in motion stays in motion. You need to keep this going here in a productive manner, right? Okay. For some of you, profits and pleasures are mixed together. I feel that it's like grounded. It's really grounded. It's what is your passion? What is your fifth house pleasure? What is the thing that lights you on fire? What did you last have childish? And I'm not talking in a childish way. I'm like, what is, it's like that innocence, that when you think everything is perfect and you're never gonna, the world is never gonna end and everything is wonderful. What did you want to do? What was it that lit you on fire? It's linked there. That's linked with your success and your prosperity. It's linked in that. It's fifth house pleasures. That's, maybe it's cooking. Maybe it's something that is unique to you and it's grounded. It's tangible. You will see this. It will provide shelter for you. This can be someone who's immigrating to another country. You've got something within yourself. I see so much talent in my clients that think they've got nothing. They're amazing, creative people, right? So it can be for anybody who's watching this. I'm just saying, we're usually sitting on something that we just innately overlook because we're good at it. We don't realize it. It came easy because it probably came from a past life. It's something innately like that. And I'm always one to push to the north node. I am, but it doesn't mean we forget. forever pulling forward. So we can't say my south node means nothing. It absolutely does. It's where you're rooted. It's what helps you grow forward, right? So we need these things. Okay, childlike innocence. You are good at this, and I hear that strongly. You are good at this was your message. So that means something to somebody, okay? Marriage too, in here, for those of you that think, I've given up on people, I'm just going to live in my head because it's a lot safer there. You need to reconnect with the world, okay? And I think this came up in one of the other signs too. It wasn't about, it was Scorpio. I think it was Scorpio or Sag, one of the two, I think. It's the difference between being an introvert and being a recluse. Like you've given up on the exterior world. We need relationships. We need relationships to evolve in any way, shape, or form, right? So think about this, okay? There is fortune here too, okay? And I mean, again, tangible. And this isn't a light bulb moment. That to me is like a Uranus moment. Uranus is a high octave, though. It's not this, everyone thinks, oh, it's going to be lovely. We're going to step into this. It's like a lightning bolt to your ass is what it is. But it gets you moving. And it gets you moving it just gets you moving forward. And sometimes we need that, right? So there. Intimacy. I know you all love this word. You need to be intimate with yourself first, and then you need to get out there because you have something to offer. I think you're just so off your game where it's like I'm all these things to everyone else, but I'm empty on the inside. Stop looking for things in other people. You've got it already within yourself. Be willing to look at these. Be willing to look at what you don't want to look at. Be willing to look at the things within yourself that you're not happy about, that you're not proud about, that for some reason I feel guilty about this and I don't know why. Let it go. Be okay to sit in that though. You know what I mean? Be okay to be uncomfortable. Be okay to feel things. It doesn't mean anything's wrong. It's just part of who you are. And we need to feel these things. We need to be okay being uncomfortable and realizing that it most likely just doesn't even mean anything sometimes. And if it does, face what comes up, deal with it and let it go on, right? So that's what I've got. Now, you've got loyal people, like I say, around you. The light bulb moment I talked about. And let me say this. For some of you, I don't know what this pertains to. We can look at this in private, but it's about not only being good at something, but you'll be like the best at it, right? In astrology. Say I come upon astrology. Not only will you be like, it'll come to you like that with their Uranus hitting the ass there, you'll be like the best astrologer or like the best painter or like the best scarf maker or rug maker, or, you know, say you sit on, you're surrounded by like tin or copper or metal or silver or something, this is or like really unique, like woods, like teaks and, almost like literally, I know this will sound crazy, but like a magic carpet, right? You're sitting on things that are just so, maybe again with the archaeological digs, kind of things like that. You're sitting on stuff where you make like maybe jewelry that's just like breathtaking or amazing, or it's got healing powers, or you do something with this. So do that. That might be where the fusion comes together too. That's the alchemy part of things, right? Sometimes we need to burn it down to build it up, and go with me on that. For some of you, you will be in very good company, okay? Meaning it'll be a pleasant day, people will respect you, you'll attract people that you're on the right playing field with. Okay, just keep that childlike innocence about you. All right, now that I've got your messages out of the way, let's go to your cards. All right, so the first week, which is most likely passing, right? But we're not going in time-wise, so don't hold this to the first week. I know I'm in like today's the 5th. I get that, okay? But we come in with the 9 of Wands. Okay, the 9 of Wands can be tired. I'm depressed. I'm sick and tired of this. It can be on the defensive. It can be I'm protecting myself and my children and my family. It can be things like that. It can be anticipating something though. right? So anticipate something good. Please, during this time, anticipate only positive things. Choose the words that come out of your mouth. If you have got something only negative to say, and it really is serving no purpose other than you just got a hair crush rasp, bite your tongue, because it will come back to bite you. Okay, it's not the time for that. There's enough stuff going on right now that nonsense is really not needed. Discipline, and that comes in. Just because I can say it doesn't mean it should come out of my mouth. Taste your words first. I can't stress that enough. Okay, don't anticipate not negative. Don't anticipate difficult things. Anticipate open doors, smooth sailing. Do that, okay? Again, with that. I'll go through everything. I'm trying to break these down, though. The second week, we've got the Four of Swords. Tired. I'm tired. I'm sick. I need to sit. Seclusion. This is where I think you've stepped out instead of, I'm just going to take a step back. I think you've pulled back, like you bolted the door and you're not coming out. That's what I think could happen. It's about replenishment. You need to replenish yourself. The Four of Swords is a card of transcendence. It's a card of literally your hormonal balances change, your blood flow changes, your levels change. It's like your pH balance changes. It's like your body changes, literally, okay? Some of you are on vacation. Some of you need a vacation. Some of you should not feel guilty for needing a vacation. Some of you should take time out, right? But there's a difference, like I say, about seclusion, like, you know, like hermit seclusion, going up on a hill. And some of you might need that if that's your vacation. But you know, your advice here is to take a step back, but don't check out. Okay. Third week, we've got the Queen of Wands. Fire sign. Right? And I say that because it's someone who's got a lot of fire in them. And again, I don't reference signs in my readings because we're all of the constellations. We are every single one of them, right? We just may have maybe stronger planets clustered in one house than another. So that's why I don't reference that, okay? But the Queen of Wands, in no uncertain terms, is someone that would go to the depths for anyone. I reference her sometimes as my Joan Rivers card, because that woman would go to the depths for anyone. Anyone asks her for help, she would absolutely help them. And could she be overbearing? Yes. Could this be a man, though? Also, yes. It's very strong fire energy. It's cardinal energy. It will get it done, is where I was going with that. Cardinal signs, they get stuff done. Okay. It won't not happen. It just can't. It's against the natural law, the natural order of things. It would go against, it just couldn't be, right? And when a fire sign doesn't get to do that, and I reference it because use the Aries Libra dynamic, just this, right? You're better together than apart, right? It's like, let me weigh this out. And just the example would be Aries would be like, yeah, well, let's just get the show on the road here, right? We can weigh it out on the way. And that's how things go, right? Balance. All right. The Queen of Wands, though, I want to say in here, this is a person who would listen. So if you need a listening ear, but this is, again, where you can do for other people, but make sure that you're doing for yourself, too. That's why I say don't keep the smile on when you're thinking, oh, my gosh, I cannot do one more thing for someone else because I really just need like 2 seconds to myself. Don't say, you know what, I'm more than happy to help you, but I need 5 minutes to myself first. Don't live a life that's not yours, I guess is where I'm going with that. This is someone who is truly sincere, though, that would truly, truly help you. She would be a good friend for sure. She usually shows up, even in the Savella cards, as the friend. She shows up as a true friend. She would go to the mat for you. But, you know, it's got to go both ways. She's also got enough fire in there that you know, she would take you down if need be. So have that fire within you. Know your boundaries, know your limits, right? Get back in the game. All right. Now, the last week, right, we've got the Eight of Swords. Okay. Eight of Swords. Conflict. We're not going to go there, right? We're going to choose our battles. If you're looking at a situation that's conflictual, really look at, can we solve this, or is this like an ever-ending battle? If it's an ever-ending battle, really take a step back and look about you know, is there a resolution here? And if there's not, it might be a relationship or something that needs to be addressed, right? Can this grow or has it expired? You know what I mean? Certain relationships, they've got expiration dates, and to know them, it means that neither one of you is going to be held back from your path. So it's again, the natural order of things. It's not hanging on to stuff past the expiration date, right? It's not being, and there's someone in here in a relationship that is bored to death. That can be in a work environment, or that can be in a situation where it's a relationship and the person is just like, oh my God, we're so not growing. I'm wanting to go here, and yet you're telling me the same exact story every single day, right? So again, it's like, maybe let's do something together. Maybe let's take on something else, or let's paint the house, or let's move, or let's go on vacation, right? The Four of Swords, let's go on vacation. Let's vacate from our life and build another life, right? Like build onto this, grow together in some regard. This can also be a card that speaks of immigration. It can speak of borders. It can speak of documentations. It can speak of censorship, imprisonment. It can speak of a lot of unsavory things, right? But for some of you, like I said, we came in with these two cards, right? They speak of loyalty, friendship, pulling forward, timing. It's in timing, okay? And again, my message, oops. Oh. Okay. My message to you was, if you were tuning into this and you needed a yes, no answer on something, it's a double yes. So it's a 2 times yes. All right. So that's what I've got on that. Give me one more moment here. Again, I want to cap out on someone thinking that they're out of time, they're out of space, they're out of options. That's not true. Some of you are dreaming, like you're dreaming. You need to get out and you're waiting forever for something. And you're very attached to waiting forever for something. Some of you, again, this is a growth spurt, right? We sometimes get in these ruts where we're pulled into every single trap known to man. It's like we can see the bridge outside, but instead of taking our foot off the gas, we don't. We head right into it over and over and over again. You want to stop that. Someone is, you're in there, but you're under a pile of old stuff, right? So let's clean house a little bit. Literally, maybe let's clean house. Solitude. Again, this comes up with the happily ever after in solitude. You know, unless you're seriously going to a monastery, check back into life, because I think that you've kind of given up on society, and you're not going to grow there. So that's what that's saying. Again, someone literally falls into pitfall after pitfall after pitfall with open eyes. Like I say, take your foot off the gas, right? All right, that's what I've got there. And you're being reminded that, you know, you need to see yourself in there, like inside. I think I think what's happening here for the majority of you is you've put too much on external. You've given up on yourself. For some of you, you're in shitty jobs and you're sitting on a gold mine within yourself, right? Where you could, and it doesn't mean you need to quit this job, right? I get we've got financial responsibilities, but if there's something that you like doing, carve out some time a day to make sure that you at least start to do it. Do it as a hobby, you know, and see how it goes. Offer things off to, you know, get other people's opinions on things. Just start things like that bring back that childhood innocence. What that does is it reinstates hope, right? When you're in a really dark spot, all you're looking for is hope. You're just looking for a shred of light, and there is here. Even for those of you that are trying to find your place in the world, right? You've got to have hope in this situation here. Because again, I'm pretty sure that that's where the yes or no questions were coming from. I really do feel that. And my shoulder feels much better now. So whoever, thank you for that. Some of you are getting into relationships. You will meet a partner here that sparks something. Again, that's the we're better together than apart. And I have a feeling it's someone that is not where you're currently located, okay? And I don't say that because I'm a big advocate of travel. I don't feel this person is where you are. And I think that's why I kind of stressed that this wouldn't be a marriage of, you know, I'm marrying someone for money. It's because you both bring something substantial. And it brings something substantial. You know what I mean? So it's like we're good here, but we're much better here. And I don't think it's like the normal person that you would. It's very much outside. Like I don't even feel that you can see this, right? So, I see this thing too. I guess it's a totem pole. I guess that's what they're called, right? Like this is literally like an Indian totem pole. Well, I don't even know if it's Indian, but I see a totem pole with a head on the top. And it's not near anything. So it's like sitting by itself. Well, not sitting, but it's by itself. There's nothing there except dirt. So, for some of you, meet people where they're at. There's someone here who I think someone is trying to change. They're trying to change this person. Your message is to love this person for who they are. Stop trying to change them, because I think you might be doing some real harm there. Again, this might be someone who's staring you back in the face with a smile on, but you're killing them on the inside. So there you go. All right. These cards, I feel they're transcendent cards. I think the Queen of Wands in here is just saying you need to get your game back. You need to start moving again. Like literally, you need to get your body moving again. I think you've got a lot of people pulling on you in a lot of different directions here. You're a lot of things to a lot of people, but you can't do that. And I learned this the hard way too. It's you give people the best of you. You don't give them the rest of you, because that's not fair to yourself or them, right? So for some of you that aren't in relationships and you've given up on life itself, everything is coming full circle for you. For others of you, you will find your drop spot. This will not be, you will not be an influx forever. You will know where your home is. Okay. And I mean like a place you live, you shut the door, you're in there. You will have a home. Okay. Nine of Wands, you're tired, you're tired, you're tired. I'm going to say this, and I hate to even put this in here, but there are not always lovely people in the world. So be smart about things, right? Be smart about people. If you get an instinctual hit about someone, hey, this person may kill me in my sleep, be aware that that's what you're getting, okay? For others of you, like I say, you're rebuilding your life. You're rebuilding your life, and again, it's time, it's patience. Okay, so that's what I've got here. The Queen of Wands also, guys, is someone who would get married later in life. She's got a lot of relationship karma around her, right? So it's more about it's fire, so it's like I got to find my feet first, and then I know who I am in a relationship, right? That's the dynamic. People think fire sign, like say Aries, I'm going to use it because it's your polarity point here. People think Aries have it all together, right? Like they're very, very uncertain about relationships. It's the first, it's the first constellation there. You're the opposite sign. It's like, the we. Aries is just example, learning the I, right? So it's that dance. So very often people think that fire sign Aries have it together. No, they don't. They can be very egotistical people because they're all they know, right? But it's through all of these houses, which is why I'm saying we're not one constellation. We grow as we go, right? So never discount someone, never think, oh, I would never date that sign. People say to me all the time, well, if you see Scorpios coming around or this or that, it means this or that. That's such crap. I've got a lot of fire in me. You know what I mean? And some of my closest friends are Scorpios. So that's insane to say things like that. That's why I'm saying, please don't cap out on signs. They're only constellations, and you're a lot of them. You know, you're all of them and then some. So this is about being strong. It's about re-engaging in life on your terms, in your way, right? I'm not talking in a venal kind of way. I'm saying it's about taking a deep breath, stepping back into the game, strategically living your life of purpose, right? So there you go. And for some of you, it is a timing thing. So keep the faith. Some of you too keep changing the flowers. Someone keeps changing flowers in a vase. Keep doing that. I think that's lovely. Someone literally has flowers in a vase. But there's also a child. There's also a child who finds humor in, you know, like when we don't change the flowers in a vase, it makes these. Someone has a very artistic child on their hands who sees things in ways, they may even be very psychic. They see things in ways, literally, they see things in ways that other people don't. So encourage that, foster that, okay? So there you go. I hope that I helped you in some way. I know this was all over the board. Again, I've got to do my readings like this, and I hope that it helped you in some way. If you need a private reading, please reach out to me. I do realize this was all over the board. It's not going to be for everyone. My readings are quite different, but they are what they are. I hope they help in some way.